story time about how I lost my friends. Okay, God, are you trying to tell me something? Like, I don't know why that's been the dream, and I don't know why I had it 3 times within a few days. Like, the start of our relationship was we did not like each other. Like, throughout high school, like, we got like real close, like really close. I met this guy, he was my ex, and I ended up choosing him over them. This was the first time me and M had ever got into it like this. But after I had stopped communicating with them, M hit me up and she went off. But I didn't know we was on that. Like, wow, like, you really gonna act like I don't exist, bro? After that day, bro, I was like, fuck her and fuck everybody else. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tay Michelle, and welcome back to my channel, y'all. So today, I've been kind of going back and forth in my head this morning about which video I was gonna make today, or what video I was gonna do. And before this morning, I already knew what video I was gonna do. I was gonna do another little Fashion Nova haul for y'all because I got some more stuff that I want y'all to see. But once I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, maybe I need to do a story time type. And the only reason is because of the dream that I had last night. And I don't know if... Okay, so I'm gonna just tell y'all. So last night I had a dream about my old high school friend group. This is the 3rd time within less than a week that I've dreamt about them. And I woke up this morning like questioning, like, okay, God, are you trying to tell me something? Like, is there something you need me to do? Like, why do I keep dreaming about them? Mind y'all, I'm not laying down in bed thinking about them before I go to sleep. I have not thought about them. I'm not even gonna hold you. I have not thought about them since we stopped being friends. I mean, I've thought a couple times after, but it was years ago. And of course, like, a couple of them I'm cool with. But like, either way, I just have not been thinking about them. So I'm confused as to why I dreamt about them 3 times in less than a week. So what the dream was the 3 dreams, they weren't the exact same. Like, they didn't happen the exact same way, but they had the exact same concept. In every dream, it was me and them running into each other somewhere and rekindling our friendship. I don't know why that's been the dream, and I don't know why I had it 3 times within a few days, but I have. And I feel like God is trying to tell me something, but at the same time, I'm trying not to read into it too much. But the fact that I have not been friends with them for so long, and I have not thought about them, I have not talked to them, and out of nowhere, in a few days, I'm having 3 dreams about the same thing, dealing with them, is kind of crazy to me. So basically what this video is going to be is a story time about how I lost my friends. And the only reason I was like, okay, I'll make a video about it is because, like, I be doing like little things where I'll post on my stories on social media where I refer to being friendless, or I'll talk about not having friends or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I've had people reach out like, you know, like, why don't you have friends? Or people used to ask me like, why you always in the house? Like, you don't got friends to hang out with? Like, I've had these questions, and it's always been, I just don't have no friends, and I'm cool with that. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story time on how I lost those specific friends because I keep dreaming about them. I'm gonna just give y'all the backstory on how I became friends with all of them. And I'm not gonna say anybody's names because I don't want to cause no issues or nothing like that. So I'm gonna just give little code names or whatever. I'm not gonna say their names because I just ain't trying to start no shit, you know? So it was 7 of us in all. It was 4 girls, 3 guys. It was me. I'm gonna just do the initial to their first name. It was me, M, T, D. Those are the females. There was a guy, his initial was D. So I'm gonna just call him, we're just gonna call him Flash, because he ran track and he kind of used that name a little bit on social media thinking he was the fastest nigga in the world or whatever. But I'm gonna just call him Flash because his initial is D too. We already got a D, and that's the female, and I don't want to confuse the two. So we're gonna call him Flash. And then the other 2 guys, their names were both J's. I'm gonna call one of them J and the other one Joe. If you know, you know, but you know, I'm just trying not to like say their names because I don't know if they want me speaking on them or not. But anyway, so there was me, M, T, D, Flash, J, and Joe. Okay, cool. So when I was younger, I was staying in my hometown. I moved up to where I currently live, like right before I started middle school. So I went from elementary school in my hometown to now I'm in a new town starting middle school. And when I got to middle school, the very first friend that I had was T. I met her. We were cool. We became friends. And then my very second friend, which I think I became friends with her first, and then I became friends with Jay like the next day type. But it was all different classes. So I had met T first, then I met Jay, and we were friends. And then I met D through T. I met her through T. And this was all 6th grade. We were friends or whatever. And then 7th grade, M came to our school. And crazy thing is when we first like met type, like when we had a class together in 7th grade, and we met, we like the start of our relationship was we did not like each other. I don't know why. She doesn't know why. Like, we've talked about it so many times trying to figure out why we didn't like each other, and we never knew why we didn't like each other. We just didn't like each other. And then one day we just became friends. And then so that's how I met M. I met M in 7th grade. And then I met Flash in 8th grade. And I don't think I met Joe until high school for real. Like, we went to the same middle school, and he was one of those who was like cool with everybody. Like I feel like every like class has one of them that talks to everybody, like everybody. But that's how Joe was, and I don't think I like became friends with him until high school. So either way, I was friends with them, and of course I had other friends and stuff like that too, but they were like the main ones, because as time went on, like throughout high school, like we got like real close, like really close. And then out of the entire friend group, M was my best friend. Like, me and her, we were like this. Like, that was my sister for real. Like, we was staying at each other's houses. We was going to each other's family functions. Like, we were always together. And like, that was my rock. That was my right hand. Like, she was really like my sister. Like, you couldn't tell me we didn't have the same parents type. That's how close we were. And, you know, she was my best friend. And then of course we had our little group. But we were all cool. We were all close. We graduated high school. We all went to different colleges. Still close, because even when we came back home for like holidays or random times, we were all home. Like, we always linked up with each other. Like, we were family. Like, that's how we were. Like, those are my sisters and brothers. We were family. We was locked in. Moral of the story, we was locked in like this. And I only did 1 year of college. So it was like right before I left college. It was like right at the end of my college year. I met this guy. He was my ex. We hit it off or whatever. It was going smooth in the beginning, and then it was time for me to come home. I came home, started hanging out with my friends, because, you know, we missed each other. We home for the summer, like, we want to hang out. And then out of nowhere, I don't remember the time frame, so I like what I'm speaking on is not like going on at the same time. I don't remember the time frame, but I was with him for 2 years, and then within that 2 years of being together, like, my friendship became rocky with my friends. But I got with him. It was cool. Came home once school was over. Hung out with my friends all summer. Then I started hanging out with him. Like, I would go to like see him a lot. And it got to a point where he was like, you know, I don't want you to have no guy friends. And I was confused at first. I was like, you don't want me to have guy friends? And he was like, nah, like, you know, you're a very attractive woman, and I would never believe that any guy hanging around you wouldn't want you. That was his words. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, okay, I understand, but with these specific 3 guys that I'm cool with, like, these are my brothers. Like, they've never looked at me that way, and they never will. So you don't got nothing to worry about with them. And I was trying to explain that to him, but of course he didn't care. So he told me I couldn't be friends with him. And at first I was just like, bro, like, what? Like, why? Like, I was confused. Mind y'all, I'm 18 at the time. I'm young, but I ain't that young. But at the same time, I'm young and dumb. Like, to me, that was my young, dumb era. I was 18 when I met him. And I was confused, because I was like, why? But at the same time, like, I was like really into him. And the type of person I am, like, if I'm into you, I'm into you. And I want to do right by you. I want to do everything like that's how I was. Like, I'm still like that, I ain't gonna lie. But like, I let certain things that he say just fly by. You know what I'm saying? Like, him telling me that I couldn't be friends with my friends no more, it was kind of like, what? But at some point, I, you know, was like, okay, like, if that's what you want, I won't be friends with them no more. So me and the little friend group I had, we had a group chat, of course. And we were talking in it. And then one day I texted, and I was like, Flash, Jay, and Joe. I can't be friends with y'all no more. And so then they was like, what? And MT and D, they were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So they called, we did a little group FaceTime. We was talking about it, and they were basically like telling me like, that ain't right. Like, what do you mean you can't be friends with them? Like, you shouldn't be letting no nigga control you like this. And they were speaking facts. Like, they were on my ass about it, which they had every right, because I needed to hear it. But at the time, I didn't listen to them. So they was basically telling me, why am I putting a nigga before them? A nigga that I just met over a friend group that I've had for years. Like, why would I do that? And they were telling me that, and I just was not, I was listening, but I didn't take it into accountability. And I let his words overpower theirs. And I ended up choosing him over them. So he made me stop being friends with them, because I told him, like, I don't want to just stop being friends with the guys. I want to be friends with all of them. He was like, well, if you can't stop just being friends with guys, you got to stop being friends with all of them. Me, young, dumb, and stupid, I chose him over all of them. And so they got upset, which they had every right. And I would never, ever blame them for feeling how they felt or moving how they moved. I chose him over them. I messed up. You know, they was like, okay, if that's what you want, cool. Like, stay over there. We over here. And for a while, me and him, it was just me and him. Mind y'all, he could have friends. He was hanging out with his friends. He was going to play basketball with his friends, linking up, smoking with his friends. Like, he was doing everything with his friends, but I couldn't do nothing with mine. At first, like, I just didn't think nothing of it. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I didn't think, like, okay, I really shouldn't be doing this. Like, I need to, like, this ain't right. Like, I wasn't thinking straight. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I wasn't. But at the same time, like, I was blindly in love with this man. Like, y'all know, like, that first love type. Like, he was my first love. That first love type of love, like, the one you can't let go of. Like, during the moment, because I ain't gonna say I ain't never let go of it, but you know what I mean. Like, at the moment, like, you're stupidly and blindly in love that you just can't, like, see what right from wrong. That's how I was. So I was with him. I was only hanging out with him and his friends. I couldn't hang out with my friends. Then at some point, like me and him, we had been through so much within 2 years of our relationship. We've been through so much. So we were on and off a lot. But it was a point where I had broke up with him, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not dealing with him no more. So I had went and I hit the friend group back up. We got on the phone, and we was talking about it, and they were basically explaining how they felt, like how they wasn't, you know, rocking with how I was moving, you know, choosing him over them. Y'all, if the light looked different, my light was dying or whatever. But anyway, where was I at? So we had got on the phone, and they was talking to me about how they felt, about how I chose him over them, and how they were upset about it. They didn't like it or whatever. And I completely understood that. And I was like, you know, y'all have every right to feel how y'all feel, but I'm not choosing him over y'all no more. Like, I want to be with y'all. And so they accepted my apology, because I apologized to them. They accepted my apology. They forgave me. They was like, all right, you know, like, we can move forward, you know what I'm saying? But if it happened again, then we done. And so I'm back talking to them, but at the same time, I'm still texting him, still talking to him, still on the phone with him. And I was supposed to be done with him, but I'm still, like, entertaining him type. And basically, me and him got back together. And once we got back together, I stopped communicating with them. And I will never forget this, because this was the first time me and M had ever got into it like this. But after I had stopped communicating with them, M hit me up, and she went off. She went off, which she had every right, but she went off because, again, I'm choosing him over them. And I didn't communicate that with them. So she hit me up, she's going off on me, and me not trying to listen or understand or be stupid. I don't even know what I was going through at the moment, okay? I really don't. I was arguing back with her instead of trying to listen to her and see what she was saying. And we had never, ever got into it like that. Like, of course, you know, that was my best friend. We've had disagreements or whatever, but we've never got into it the way we got into it that day. And she was upset. Like, she was really hurt because, like I said, y'all, that was my best friend. And it was like, dang, like, my best friend is choosing this nigga over me. So I, like, now, and even after, you know, I realized my worth, like, I knew where they were coming from, and I understood how she felt. Like, she was really hurt by that. And I got back with him, took things further than it needed to. No, I shouldn't have been with him, and I even moved in with the nigga, bruh. And I basically had got with the nigga and was with him way longer than I was supposed to. I should not have been with him as long as I was, but I did. And after the second time of me choosing him over them, they was like, fuck it, we done with her. Like, This is what she wants. This is what she choosing. So we just gonna let her do her. Which, like I said, I don't blame them. I could never blame them or be mad at them about how they felt and how they moved. I could never. I'm telling y'all. So after that, you know, I wasn't talking to them anymore. Like, our friendship was like done when I got back with him. And then eventually me and him broke up. Like when we broke up and I was done, I hit them back up and I was like, y'all, I'm really sorry. Look, here I am apologizing again. I was like, y'all, I'm real sorry. Like, I really don't know what was wrong with me. Like, I really want our friendship. Like, I did the same thing I did the first time I broke up with him. And this time they was like, no, like, we not fucking with that, because we gave you a chance last time and you did it again. So you made your choice. So stick with it type shit, right? And they had every right, y'all, because I'm basically screwing them over, playing in their face. And at that point, I had lost their trust, which I don't blame them. Like, I screwed up. I chose a nigga over them. And so they told me when I went back to try to apologize and stuff again, they told me, it was like, nah, we cool off you. I was like, you know what? I can't do nothing but respect y'all's opinion, respect y'all's decision. I can't get mad, because at the end of the day, I'm the one who screwed up and I see my wrong in it. So we stopped being friends, never communicated again. I had to accept things for what it was. The fact that I literally lost my family. Like, outside of my blood family, they were my family. And I had to accept that I had lost them for good. So I accepted it. I moved on. And then one day, I don't even know how long it had been after I had broke up with him and stopped talking to them. Like, I don't know how long it been, but I don't know if I hit him up or if she hit me up. I can't remember. One of us hit the other one up and was like, look, like, you know, like, I get we had our differences. I get what happened and stuff like that. But I really think that we should talk, like, you know, have like meet up someday and talk. And I was like, well, we basically, one of us said it and the other one agreed. And so ever since that day, there would be like another day, like every blue moon, where she would hit me up and be like, hey, like, are you available this time to meet up so we can, you know, have lunch or something and talk? And then I was busy. Or then there was a blue moon where I would hit her up like, hey, like, you know, you still down to talk? I'm free this time. Are you free? And she'll be busy. So we have been doing that for a while. And I think, like, I can't speak for her, but for me, it was kind of like, I still wanted to hit her up and ask her if she was available, because I was serious. Like, I did want to meet up with her and talk to her, because like I told y'all, this was my best friend, like my sister, bro. And I missed her. Like, when I tell y'all we had a relationship that I never thought I'd ever have with somebody, like, me and her were like our souls were like twins, basically. Like, we were the exact same, and she was my best friend. So I really missed her. So when I was wanting to meet up with her and talk, I was serious. And I believe she was serious too. But for me, because every time she hit me up and I was busy, or I hit her up, she was busy, I was like, okay, I don't want to hit her up and then she not be busy. Like to me, I don't know why I just didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to hit her up again just for her to tell me that she's busy again. And I don't know if it was the same for her or not. I can't speak for her, but I just stopped reaching out. And ever since the last time we reached out, I think the last time we reached out was over a year ago. Y'all know I had just started YouTube around this time last year, and she hit me up probably like a few months ago that, you know, she was watching my YouTube, and I was like, oh, thanks. Like, you know, I felt the love, because she didn't have to do that. She don't have to support me in nothing I do, right? And I appreciated that. But either way, what I'm saying is, me and her, we had talked outside of all the stuff that happened, and we were actually talking about meeting up and talking about things and stuff like that, which I still, to this day, I still want to. But as of right now, to this day, me and her, we're cool. We don't talk every day. We don't talk often, but we're cool. I'm cool with D. Me and her, we used to work at Amazon together. Well, we didn't work together. We both worked at Amazon, and we ran into each other at Amazon, and we talked or whatever. Me and her are cool. And me and Flash are cool, because one time I was on the phone with M, and she and Flash were together, and we had a conversation over the phone. So we had all decided to be cool. I even had a conversation with Joe. I had a conversation with Joe like right after the second time I hit them up, after I like officially broke up with him. I had a conversation with him after that. I don't remember the time span of it, but I had a conversation with him after that. We met up somewhere and we sat in the car and we talked about it, and I told him, you know, like, tell them like I'm sorry, like I really regret it. And y'all, I will tell y'all, to this day, I regret choosing that nigga over him. If I could go back in time and change it, I would go back to where he walked up to me in that club when I met him, and I would have never gave him the motherfucking time of day. Not because he made me lose my friends, but it's that and the stuff that he put me through within our relationship. Like, I completely would have just left him alone. Like, if I'm being completely honest. But me and him, we had a conversation. Me and Joe, I told him, you know, like, this is what happened. We talked about it, and I was like, you know, tell them I'm sorry, da da da. I don't know if he ever did or not, but whatever. But either way, like, I'm cool with M, I'm cool with D, I'm cool with Flash, I'm cool with Joe. Now Jay, I think after the first time I had broke up with my ex and came back and was apologizing, I think after that he was just like, nah, like, I'm cool off her. I think after the first time he was like, I'm cool off her, because I told y'all, I texted in the group chat and told them three, I told Jay, Flash, and Joe, I can't be friends with y'all. Like, I was just specifically talking to them three. And I think after that, he was like, nah, I'm cool off her. Because he had unfollowed me on everything. Like, anyway. So I'm not cool with Jay. I'm not. And like I said, it's fine. And then T, I think I don't exist to her, bro. And that's cool. Like, I ain't pressed about it. It is what it is. Like, it had, the situation happened years ago. I've moved on. I've accepted shit for what it is. But I really think I think she just forgot I even existed. Like, she put in her head, like, that bitch don't exist. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I ran into her one time at Food Line, right? I was walking down the aisle, and she was coming in the opposite direction. I was behind this older couple, and I was probably like 3 feet from behind them, walking the same direction. So she's coming down, and I'm going down, and we start, like, getting closer within our paths. And she looks at the older couple, like the old couple. She smiles and waves and stuff. And me, when I seen that it was her, I was like, okay, like, I'ma speak. Like, I don't want to be rude and not speak, because at the end of the day, I do still care about you. So even though we're not cool, I'm still gonna speak. And I thought that that's how I left the friendship with everybody. I thought I left the friendship with everybody like, okay, we're not friends no more, but if I see you out, you know, I ain't gonna be rude, I'm gonna speak. That's how I thought that all of us were moving, but maybe it was just me, I don't know. Or, nah, I can't say that, because like I said, I had met up with D and she spoke. Anyway, either way, she acknowledged the older couple in front of me. Mind y'all, the couple is not far. Like, they're right in front of me type. She looks at them, greets them, and then turns her head the other way and just completely acted like I was invisible. And so when she did that, I was like, oh, like, wow, like, that's where we're at? Like, I messed up and you're mad at me or whatever, you feel some type of way, and I completely understand. I get that. But to act like that was crazy, bro. So after that day, I had got so heated. Like, when I got back to my car, I was so heated, because I just didn't think that that's where things were with us. Like I said, like, I hurt y'all, but I didn't think we were on that. Like I said, I thought we were going to at least, like, speak if we ever saw each other out, because that's what I would do. I wanted to speak to her, but I didn't know we was on that, you know? So when she did that, I got in the car and I was, like, so mad. So I had drove back home, and I came home. I was mad. I was talking to my mom about it. And, like, it just rubbed me the wrong way, because I was like, bro, like, wow, like, you really gonna act like I don't exist, bro? Anyway, I was mad about it. And so after that day, because she had did that and it made me so mad, mind y'all, at the time, like I said, I was cool with M, Flash, and D. We was following each other on social media, right? After that day, bro, I was like, fuck her and fuck everybody else. Like, I was so mad that I was just like, forget them all. Fuck them all. I'm done. So I unfollowed M, I unfollowed Flash, and I unfollowed D. Knowing that I shouldn't have, because it wasn't them who acted like that. It was her. And there's nothing that says I can't be cool with the rest of them and not her. So I eventually, like, you know, like, followed them back or whatever. I never gave them an explanation as to why I unfollowed. If they ever watch this video, now y'all know. I'm sorry. It was because of how she acted, but it had nothing to do with y'all. But either way, like, to this day, bro, I'm cool with M. I'm cool with D. I guess I'm still cool with Flash. I don't know. I guess I'm still cool with Joe. I don't know about me and Jay. And me and T, I guess that's just dead. Moral of the story, y'all, that's how I lost my friends. I chose a nigga over them. Now, they, of course, are not the only friends that I've ever had in my life. Like, some people that I've had as my friends, we still are cool. We just don't talk often like we used to. Like, when you in high school, y'all talk all the time. You know, y'all see each other every day at school. But as we got older, like I said, everybody going their own different directions. I still have people I'm cool with. We just don't talk every day. Like, if y'all know, there's this girl, Asia. She was a good friend of mine throughout high school. We don't got no beef. We not friends with each other. We still cool with each other. We just don't talk every day. So it ain't like they were my own. Those 6 were my only friends. I had other friends. It's just those specific ones were the closest friends I ever had. Now, as far as like Jordan, like my best friend Jordan, like y'all can see, like to this day, me and him are still cool. Like, he's in one of my videos. That's still my friend. He's always been my friend. He was one of the people that I had to cut off too when I was with my ex, and he just so happened to be one of the understanding people because he had been through kind of the similar situation. He understood what I was going through with my ex. So instead of him like, you know, forget you, I don't want to be cool with you ever again, he understood, and we wasn't talking when I was with my ex, and then when I wasn't with my ex, it was cool. Like, nothing ever happened. Like, that was just because he understood. And I do believe that my friend group just didn't understand because they had never been in that type of situation. But at the same time, I was still in the wrong. I'm not justifying what I did, but Jordan was different. Like, he understood, and we still friends to this day. I mean, hell, he even went through a relationship like that and had to cut me off. And look, we still friends to this day. So, like I said, I had other friends. They weren't the only ones, but they were my main friends. And those are the ones that I'm having the dreams about. Now, I don't know why I'm having these dreams. I don't know if God's trying to tell me, like, look, like, you need to hit them up. You need to do something. You need to try to rekindle your friendship with them. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I had this dream of them. And I don't know why I had it 3 times within less than a week. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really feel like, I don't know what I feel like. Okay? I don't know. I don't know if God is trying to tell me something or not, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just really felt like I needed to talk about that because those were supposed to be friends that I was going to have for the rest of my life. Those were supposed to be friends where, we got older, everybody got married, had kids, we all going to each other's houses for holidays, events, meeting up. Like, those were supposed to be those type of friends. Those were supposed to be my lifelong friends. And I screwed it up. And I tried to make it right, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because, like I said, I've had that dream and I don't know why I keep having that dream. But like within a week, mind y'all, it's been years since I talked to them like as a whole. Like, there's been communication like sometime between now and when it happened. But within the amount of time it's been since I stopped being friends with them, why now am I having dreams? And why am I having 3 dreams within a week, bro? Like, it's just crazy to me. Any other friendships that I've had that ended, like, I'm not friends with them anymore, I am the type of person, I take accountability for what I actually do. And I will admit, and I will forever admit, that with those specific 6 people, I screwed up. I'm the reason why we're not friends no more. Any other friendships I had was not my fault. I take accountability for what I do. And I ain't did nothing to nobody else that y'all ever seen me hanging out with, been friends with, whatever. It wasn't me, baby. And that's just point blank, period. 100% facts. Yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a little story time. That's a story time about why I don't have any friends. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna reach out or anything, because like I said, I don't know what these dreams is meaning. Next, I'm just hoping that when I go to sleep tonight that I don't have another dream. Not saying that I don't ever want to rekindle things with them. I just don't understand why I was dreaming about them, and I don't want to dream about them. Like, I'd rather dream about my girlfriend, if you feel me. Like, that's the end of the story time, y'all. That's how I ended up being friendless. As of right now, I still don't have friends. I have Jordan, but he's in a relationship now and we don't talk much. And then I had a friend that I met at Amazon, her name Diamond, the one who I did the gender reveal video about. Her, she's still my friend, but she had to move back home. So she's like 3 hours away from me. And like, I'm just friendless right now, and I'm cool with that. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I don't know. I feel like I just maybe just needed to talk about it. Maybe I just needed to talk about it. Am I going to post it? I don't know, y'all. I might post it. I think I'm going to post it. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. There will be more story times in the future. If there's a specific story time y'all want to hear or anything like that, you know, let me know. I don't have a lot of stories, but I have some stories. But y'all just let me know if y'all want more story times. that's the end of this one. Hope y'all enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all follow me on my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat. I would say TikTok, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I've been off TikTok for a while. It was like I had an old account and I was popping on that account, and then my account got banned. Bruh, I had to make a whole nother account, and ever since then, bruh, my new account don't pop the same way my old one do. So I ain't really been on TikTok like that. But y'all can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'll be on them. But yeah, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. Until then, I will see y'all later.